By the time they returned home, it was dinner. The family's faces were bright with smiles, but their recently returned father looked puzzled, until Gary stood up beside him, and he noticed the braces were gone from his legs. Overwhelmed with emotion, the father hugged his son tightly. He then decided on the spot to take the family out for a nice meal, to celebrate this hard-won miracle. Sometime later, the town formed a baseball team. Gary wanted to join, but the coach said he needed a parent's signature on a consent form before he could allow him to play. Looking at the form, Gary knew his father would never agree, yet his dream was so close, he couldn't give up now. So that evening, back home, he mustered his courage and handed the form to his father. As expected, his father flatly refused. He worried the sport could cause irreversible harm to Gary's body. Without his father's support, Gary could only stand outside the fence every day, watching the others practice. His older brother knew this was the dream Gary had clung to all along, so he decided to forge their father's signature on the consent form. But that evening, the coach came to their home. He wanted to confirm their commitment in person. Hearing the noise, Gary's father came over. Looking at the signature on the form, he stated he had never signed it. The coach explained that Gary had real baseball talent, and that he had come to offer Gary proper, systematic training. But no matter how much the coach tried to persuade him, Gary's father remained unmoved. Seeing the situation was hopeless, the coach had no choice but to leave. Then, Gary's father called Gary out from behind the door. Just as he was about to lose his temper, his older brother stepped forward, admitting the whole idea was his.
He was just trying to help me do the one thing I love.
The one thing you love?
That's the truth. It ain't about me swinging a stick to hit a stone. When I swing that bat, I ain't crippled no more.
Despite Gary's explanation, his father stood by his decision. To teach them the consequences of lying, he took the older brother outside, intending to discipline him. But when the moment came to act, his father's heart softened. In the end, he forgave them both. The next day, Gary approached his father alone. He explained that baseball had always been his dream, the most important thing in his life. He also promised to study to become a pastor, so he could pursue both paths simultaneously. Then, he drew a diagram of a batter's stance for his father.
Thank you for all you taught me, Daddy.
Watching his son walk away, his father's resolve began to waver.